It almost is. I wouldn't be doing justice by not mentioning General Mkhwanazi. I heard so many times in the socials people say we are General Mkhwanazi's children. Even though I haven't seen General Mkhwanazi, I haven't met General Mkhwanazi, but what he did on July 6, I'll be always grateful, because I was saying that it's not like people, they didn't know those things. No one had the courage to take it out there, and we were dying one by one. Hence, we've indicated with one of our own colleagues, we were going to die. I'm not saying now that this happened, we're not going to die, but I will die peacefully knowing that I was doing the right thing, and the whole country knows what cause did I die for. Because when you're dead, they keep telling people stories that are not true. But at least I've got the opportunity to speak for myself while I'm still alive.
Thank you, Witness B. Chair, that concludes the testimony of Witness B.
But in this journey, there has been a lot of people that have contributed to this case to be successful, and then including, maybe let me start by saying, from when the case was placed, that a senior prosecutor was very helpful, was very understanding. That's why when we see as the dangers heightened, she felt to take it upon herself, because she could understand from the beginning what are the challenges, what was at stake. She decided to write to our superiors to say they need to do something about our safety, and we'll be forever grateful to work with such prosecutors. It's not only her. Maybe it worth mentioning the outstandings of these people that have been helpful, even our colleagues that have been behind us all the time. Even when it gets too much, we needed to say something to someone, including this Sergeant Matenja that I have spoken about. And I'm not going to leave out these security people that have helped us when we were most vulnerable. And I would also want to say that since these decades we've been struggling here and there, we have met even the advocates that are very helpful, that are very supportive, that are guiding us throughout this investigation. And there's so many commanders. I don't want to say at the SAPS that we encountered the wrong. There's so many commanders at the offices that we have seek help, that they have been of the utmost assistant. And I was like emotional at some point during this course of this testimony, because some of them I even forgot about them, but they might be sending the messages to say, we are behind you guys, you are doing a good job and stuff like that. So I would really like to say, out of all the challenges, there has been also good people that have been making this difficult situation a little easier. I wouldn't leave out all the magistrates that we stood before, that understood the challenges that we were facing, and that they looked, I don't know how they look, but they saw the dangers of those people that were handling. However, at some courts, they feel like it's nothing, and it hurts, because that includes us being subjected to more danger. And I felt so bad at some point when the judge making a comment to say, I feel very sorry for the investigating officers. How do you feel sorry, but you let the danger come to our side? Even in the first bail appeal, that such utterance was like, I can see the investigating officers are in the room and they are with their protectors. But that means nothing.
Witness B, in paragraph 145, in the fourth line, there's a sentence right at the end. It starts, we learned, it goes into the fifth line, we learned during the investigation that our institution is so compromised. You see that?
Yes.
Right, and then right at the end of that paragraph, you say something about the effect of what you have learned. Do you want to speak to that briefly?
Oh, yes. I said this has the effect of sowing distrust amongst members and undermining the work we do.
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Paul.
Thank you, Witness B. Chair, that concludes Witness B's testimony.
I have two questions. I'm mindful of time, but one relates to 144, but in my notes, I noted that Witness B, when I was asking her about Tau's subsequent arrest, in response to that question, she also mentioned that Tau was convicted. So I don't know if I've got my notes incorrect or if it is a fact that Tau was convicted. If he was, can Witness B just tell us about that conviction so that we have the full picture?
Yes, Commissioners, yes, indeed. In terms of that case of contravention of bail conditions, he was indeed convicted on the 15th of September, and he was convicted on two counts. It's just that I don't have the conviction nearby me, but it was more like of contravention and disrespecting of the court. I don't know if I put it in the right word, but in both he was sentenced to 1 to 12 months or...
Was it contempt of court, Witness B?
Yes, that's right, Commissioner. Thank you. It was contempt of court and contravention of bail conditions. And then on contempt of court, can I please try to check so that I read it for the correctness of it? Because as much as I try to remember, I may make mistakes and I don't want to do that on record.
Yes, Witness B.
I'm checking. Please, just a minute. On contravention of Section 67, he was sentenced to... I don't have the right...
Witness
okay.
B.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh.
On charge 1...
I wanted to say, Witness B, the paraphrase you gave is enough for our purposes, so you don't need to worry about that.
Commissioner, I was not prepared with this one.
Yes, no, that's in order. If you have no problem with the paraphrase, it's fine with us.
And then maybe the last one, Witness B, related to paragraph 144, because as you correctly put it, these are ongoing cases. But you say in paragraph 144, however, my hope is that this commission looks into instances of interference we have outlined, and that there is both individual and structural accountability. Do you want to just comment on that paragraph?
Yes, Commissioners, I really, really hope and wish that out of all this hard work of the Commission, we'll see a change, we'll see accountability, and maybe I would want to go further to say, as much as we got the opportunity to have to tell the commissions of our encounters, we are not the only ones. Maybe we are the mouthpiece of the rest of, maybe we are the mouthpiece of the rest of the police officers out there who are striving to do the right, but find themselves in a situation whereby they were given the circumstances they giving them the option to either do the right or to die, of which it's unfair, because some of us, when we joined the police, it was not by mistake, and we do believe that we were placed by God to do the right thing. And now, if you want us to make that call, to say we do what we're not called to do or we die, it's a difficult situation. Nobody's having a spare life. We only have one life. However, we really want to make a difference. What makes me now, I don't want to cry, right? But what makes me emotional the most amongst these cases that we've been investigating, the pictures that is depicted, it works on you. And even mostly after some years, I've been visiting these families. Most of them, they have cried on my shoulder, and they had a hope that will do a difference and that will bring justice. Even the ones that are not yet at court, but they even support the ones that are at court because they understand the pain. They're hoping that we'll also solve their own crimes. But when we're supposed to do the right thing, we're having challenges from the offices that they shouldn't be challenging us, from the offices they should be supporting us. That's why I'm hoping and praying that this will bring change, not only to SAPS, even to the legislations itself, because there's so many gaps that gives this criminal a chance. And they're not even apologetic about it. Sometimes it hurts because they tell you in your face that I'll get bail again. I will never stay in prison. In whatever you're doing, you're playing, even if you, like it went as far as even if you can bring your 20 murders, I will still get bail. It hurts.
Thank you, Witness.